At its core, email marketing is a tool for customer relationship management, or what we refer to as CRM. It is one of the oldest and yet most powerful of all the digital marketing tactics. This is true because it is extremely cost-effective due to a low cost per contact. It's highly targeted, customizable on a mass scale, and completely measurable. Email marketing's main strength is due to the fact that it reaches consumers in their inbox. Many of the principles covered in this chapter can be applied to any type of permission marketing, especially SMS communication via mobile phones. Email marketing is a tool for building relationships with both existing and potential new customers. It should maximize value and retention of customers, which will ultimately lead to higher return on investment. These are the historical benefits of direct mail in the print realm. So what goals do marketers generally hope to achieve with promotional emails? I get so many emails each day from marketers hoping that I will make a purchase. Admittedly, I have signed up to receive these emails because of some perceived benefit. Maybe I'll get the insider scoop on sales or a special discount. This entices me to open the email and potentially make that purchase. More for business than personally, I also receive emails that are meant to have me download some content. An example of this is a white paper recently published by a marketing research firm that is trying to get more citations, clients, or other key performance indicators that they've decided upon. Finally, promotional emails may want users just to request further information. That's emails. So let's look at email newsletters. Email newsletters have slightly different goals than promotional emails. They tend to be longer term, more brand type goals. They are focused on establishing and maintaining a relationship with the user. Therefore, the KPIs, our key performance indicators, are more important here. So let's take a look at those. You've got your open rate. So once you've sent the email, how many people actually open it? You also then want to look at your click-through rate. How many people click on something and engage with that email? You can also track the number of forwards. This is interesting because that's how our content tends to spread virally, right? So people will get an email, think it's interesting, and forward it to a colleague or a friend, depending on what the message and the benefit is. Our ROI, so our return on the investment, what in our KPIs, our key performance indicators, what return are we getting on those for the investment that we've made? Email is inexpensive on cost per contact, but there is still an investment there. So we want to make sure that we're getting the most bang for our buck. Social shares. So there's forwarding. Obviously, that's very easy to do in email and very intuitive. But you can also put tools right in the email to have people share that content socially. So you can look at how much you're being shared, where you're being shared. Is it Facebook? Is it LinkedIn? Is it Twitter? Is it something else? So you can take a look at your social footprint. Database growth. We'll talk a lot about the database and the value of that, and growing that and maintaining that. And this is where we want to, take a look at that as a key performance indicator. How many new people are signing up after something's forwarded to them, or things like that. The conversion rate, so how many people actually do what we want the email to do. If it's go to the website, if it's purchase something, what's our rate of the entire subscriber list that we've sent it to versus those that actually convert. And very importantly, our delivery versus our bounce rate, right? So before anyone can open it, click on it, share it, forward it, they have to actually get it. And so we need to make sure that our database is up to par and that we don't have a lot of bad addresses and things like that. So how many were actually delivered and how many bounced back. Sometimes marketers can create and send the emails themselves as well as manage that email subscription list. This is true to even as few as about 50 people on your list. So you may want to consider an email service provider or partner who can help manage your email design and send your messages for you. Generally, if you decide to use and hire an ESP, you will still determine and implement your strategy. This will just help you with getting the tactics in front of your audience. Some things to consider when choosing an ESP are The ease of use. How easy and user-friendly is the platform? Is it intuitive for you to use? Does it create emails that you like, that the user can easily use? Uploading and migrating contact lists. This is very important. We'll, again, talk about the database and how to segment it and things like that and the importance of that. And you want to make sure that it's easy to do that. If you've got tens of thousands of users, you want to be able to upload that quickly, migrate it out quickly, and really still be able to maintain ownership of that contact list. Is it self-serviced or managed? Are you driving the bus or is the ESP? And what do you want? You have to think about how much control you want over that versus you want to have someone else handle for you. Reporting ability. We just went through all the KPIs that we can look at with newsletters, and the same are true for promotional emails. We can look at all of those things. So what are the reporting capabilities of the ESPs that you're looking at? You want to make sure that you're getting the data out and quickly that you want. Deliverability. How is their bounce rate? How deliverable are their emails to the recipients that you want? Endorsements. Is this company endorsed by email and deliverability authorities? Do they follow best practices of the email industry? And what are their policies for data storage and security? We know that that's very, very important when people's information gets hacked and out there. That's a big no-no for us, especially as marketers, to try to overcome. So you want to make sure that you're partnering with someone who's got good data storage and security policies. Okay. So let's take a look at email on mobile. As with almost any digital marketing tactic, there are special considerations here. According to the latest U.S. Consumer Device Preference Report from Movable Inc., mobile email opens surged to an all-time high in Q4 of 2014. The report says that 66% of all email in the U.S. is now opened or read on smartphones or tablets, and just 34% is viewed on a desktop. This, of course, provides a challenge for marketers and an opportunity. As we well know, the screen on a mobile device is small, so the way that an email is displayed differs vastly from mobile to desktop. Different mobile devices also use different operating systems. This means that each one has different defaults and renders the email in a different way. We also know that consumers switch from device to device throughout the day. They may view an email on their laptop or desktop while at work. They may look at it on their phone while they're in transit, either to or from work or during the day. And they may look at it on their tablet while relaxing in the evening. So while you could send multiple versions of the same email for each device, it's probably not the best solution. The best way to achieve success given these factors is through responsive design, which we discussed when we were talking about web design. So this is where you design it and it just automatically resizes and sort of works on any size screen. You should also make sure that the email is easy to skim, as with just about anything on mobile, and has a clear call to action. Finally, you should design for touchscreen rather than keyboard and mouse. So people are tapping on things to get to the links that you've embedded rather than clicking on them. And so the space between them needs to be a little bigger so that they're not accidentally tapping on the wrong things, because that will just lead to user frustration. So we have to think about those kinds of things when we're designing for email on mobile.